Oh shit.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Dead Funny Review Show. I'm your host, Chris. Joining me today are my co-host, Kelsey, and my co-host, Bree, and we're here to talk about the Game of Thrones. So I think the best way to do this is that to start, I think we should just give like a general idea, no spoilers, just overall what we thought about the episode. Like I said, no spoilers, so that way the people who haven't watched it have a little bit to hear, and then we'll jump into hardcore spoilers. We're going to talk about fucking everything. So at that point, I'll be like, leave, and then we'll continue. So I guess my overall thoughts on the episode, as far as going from the last, because we rewatched the last episode, the party that I went to, before watching the new episode. So going from the last episode to this episode, and with the wait in between, I feel like the episode in general was an extremely good episode. I don't feel like there was any part of the episode where I was like, I think that this was like a waste of time. Because there's been a couple of times where I've seen episodes and I'm like, I feel like I waited for this episode a long time, and there was so much in this episode that just did not need to be here. And I didn't feel like this episode wasted hardly like any time. Like we literally went from like, winter is here to like, oh shit, like winter is outside, like real quick. So I do think the episode should have been longer.
Oh shit, winter's outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I feel like every day in the state, just saying. Oh shit, winter's outside.
But I do think because we only have 6 episodes, it should have been longer. I know that we're going to get to the point where the episodes are longer, but I believe it's this week and next week. Our episode 1 and episode 2 are both like 60-ish minutes. 50 to 60-ish minutes. I think like 58. And then everything after that is like in the 80s. And so on and so forth. So
I don't know if it's like because I hyped it up so much in my head, but I loved this first episode. It was amazing. It was great. And actually, I love the fact that it was so long. I feel like not enough series do that. And I loved that there was no advertisements. I could just watch it, enjoy my favorite series ever. And I think they did really good going in between storylines. Going back to a while ago when I talked about The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones does it appropriately where they jump between different people. They have a ton of different characters and they spend the appropriate amount of time, but it's not boring and it's characters you care about. They do that with Game of Thrones.
I don't
Usually.
know. I feel like the earlier seasons, if you weren't a fan of every single person, I mean, there were plenty of episodes where I was like, can Daenerys please just go to the fucking West already? Like, and then there were plenty of times where I was like, I don't care about Bran. I literally don't care about Bran.
But
like, they've been carrying this dude to the snow, the walk to fucking Mordor for like the last 2 goddamn seasons. I'm done with it. Like,
yeah, they have some of that, but they still do it better than The Walking Dead.
That
There's no question.
So I'll take your word on that one. I will also say, in their defense, though, in Walking Dead's defense, at this point, there are very few main characters left, and most of them are with other main characters. So there's not so much switching around. I mean, you literally have like Daenerys, Tyrion, and Jon Snow are literally all near each other. And Sam, too, because Sam had his own like little story going on there for a while in the last like 2 seasons. And then you also have like Jaime and Cersei and whoever. I don't know who else is over there. Everybody fucking hates her, so not too many people. But Jaime and Cersei for sure. Over there, it's like very easy to just switch between those two. It's kind of like more just switching in between the keeps and then going from there. Yeah, even fucking Sansa and Arya are over with Jon Snow right now. It's a lot easier just to focus when you have so many people in one spot. So,
but I also like it because I feel things came full circle in the last episode of the last season and then this episode too. So I think those are some big things that were happening in those 2 episodes.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely, especially with the reveal of the White Walker to Jaime in the episode of last episode of last season. Or not Jaime, but well, technically Jaime too, but Cersei. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive. It's actually funny because we went to go rewatch that, and it had been so long since I watched it. Like, the Hound goes down there, and like he like kicks the chest, and that thing starts like screaming and shit, and I was like, what the fuck is in there? Like, I completely forgot, and I was like,
what is that?
Fuck is in there? I was like, I know it's not one of her dragons. They can't fit in that motherfucker. Like, what is in that box? And then they got to that whole meeting, and I was like, oh yeah,
wow,
in that
really
box.
Questioning you now. Yeah, you think?
I had a couple other issues like that popped up. but we'll save that for the spoiler part of this because it definitely had to do with the new episode. It just goes to show they took way too long of a break to get from the last episode to this episode because there's shit going on now. It's like, I don't know why this makes sense, but somehow it makes sense. And all of a sudden it just came through and I was like, okay, I'm good. Took me a little bit to get there. But like I said, all in all, I thought the episode was really, really good. Great way to start out the season.
Kelsey's thoughts, though?
I was going to say, can I have thoughts, or
No,
are we just going to move
allowed.
on?
Not allowed. Go ahead.
So I really enjoyed the episode, but I kind of had my fingers crossed for just like intense death, like 4 characters killed off. Let's go.
Good
Like
lord.
I was really
Who wishes for
hoping.
that?
I was really hoping we were just gonna have
my
like
God.
a whole bunch of dead people, and we're just gonna start this like hit the ground running. And so I was a little disappointed when we had a lot of happy reunions and people smiling at each other and being happy for 5 seconds. I'm like, no, I'm not here for your happiness. I'm here for like
I
we
want you to
have
die.
6 episodes. We have 2 wars to have. Let's get moving.
Kelsey's like, the fact that someone didn't win the Iron Throne in the first episode is just fucking pissing me off.
No.
Damn it. So, something, because, let me think. No, because everybody that's there, everybody that's with the teams that they are now was last season. So this isn't spoiler, but if you're worried about getting spoiled by something, this might be a spot for you to kind of somewhat tune out. But I'm pretty sure I'm correct in
I doubt
all
anyone
these people were near
is
each other.
watching this if they have not seen it because
You
they're
never
probably
know.
afraid they'll hear some sort of spoiler.
You never know. But anyways, I feel, and obviously once again this comes to bias because John's my favorite character. I feel John probably has like one of the best support systems as far as like whenever you look at like Cersei's like spot, and you think of like the Hand of the King, the Warlord, and the fucking Maester. Like Warlord could easily be the fucking Wildling guy. Hand of the King could easily be Sir Davos. And then the fucking Maester be Sam. Like, I mean, fucking perfect. Like, I want him to fucking rule like that so goddamn bad. Oh my god. It's probably not gonna happen. I'll get my hopes and dreams.
I mean,
tore apart.
Cersei has a traitor. So, yeah, her Hand of the King is now, you know where.
I mean, that's been a long time coming, though. Like, if she hasn't picked up on that at all at this point, like, that's her fault.
All I see is he knocked her up and then he ran. That's what I see. He's gone.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's where.
Might be slightly more complicated than
Just a
that.
tad bit. Correct. Just a tad bit, for sure. So I guess
You know
it's
Game of Thrones. It's not defined by its complication.
That's true.
It's a simple show.
So I guess it's Bree's just gonna like jump straight into the spoiler aspect here as far as Jamie actually leaving because I don't know if that was like 100% at the end of the last episode or not.
Yeah,
It was?
it was.
Okay. Well,
It
either way.
was. He was gone.
Either way, at this point, I'm tired of waiting. Spoilers. If you haven't seen the first episode and you don't want to get
Go
spoiled,
fuck yourself.
tune the
You're not
fuck
a
out.
true fan. Leave.
I wasn't gonna go that far. So you can hate Bree in the comments. That's fine. But anyways, tune the fuck out. Watch first episode, then come back. Anyways, first episode. So I guess to start off. I
Amazing.
guess to start off with what I was talking about earlier, the little fucking kid that turned into a White Walker. I did not see that coming, and I watched his face the entire time. Like everybody was quiet at the party I was at. I was watching his eyes open. He was like moving around a little bit and shit too before he even made any noises or anything like that. I was like, what is going on with this fucking kid? Like, I knew the White Walkers were there. I knew the White Walkers killed everybody. I knew that as I watched them walk around and seeing all this blood and shit. I was like, yeah, the White Walkers done came through. It did not click in my head that they could just, like, turn people and not take them. I don't know why. I just thought, like, he killed people, and then they just automatically, they're part of the army, they're with him now. And I did not even think about the fact that they could just leave him, and he would just still be, you know, a White Walker. And I'm just like,
Well, they
what
only
the
took
fuck
a
is
White
going on?
Walker to see Cersei.
I know that, but he got captured. That was it. I just didn't see
Or Hershey. Should we say Hershey?
I guess
Hershey Reese's. God damn it.
Yeah, damn it, Dylan. I guess it's more along
God
the lines that
dang it, Dylan.
I got the whole thing of like making a message. That made sense to me. I guess I just didn't see like that the Night's King like just physically like, yeah, you know what, one less troop, why not? You know, I just didn't see that coming. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just felt like it was
Pop
too
a bubble.
no, but I just feel like it was too much of distance between I feel like if
It
I
did.
watched the last episode and this episode like that close together, like without the last season. I watched the last season and then this episode like really close together, it probably wouldn't have like caught me off guard like that. I don't know why it did. It just did. But I was just like the entire time his eyes are blue and everything, and I was like, what the fuck is with this? I don't get this at all. And then he started trying to stab the guy, and I was like, he's a goddamn White Walker, Chris. Duh.
Yeah.
At least you
Duh.
got it finally. We're very proud of you.
You fucking idiot.
Scared though.
God.
It did make me jump. Still.
I thought it was crazy. Like, that was a brutal fucking scene. Like, I was, like, surprised with it being a kid and shit like that, too. I was like, man, dude, they're doing some risky shit in this show. Woo! Oh, man. They was, like, stabbing his ass, lighting him on fucking fire. I was like, god damn. Oh, my God.
It was a really sad scene.
I don't know about that part, but...
I mean, a little kid got murdered. I feel like we can call that sad.
He got murdered and then got killed because he was a monster. There's a difference. We didn't see him get murdered.
That's
we saw him
true.
got
We did not see him
slain
get-
as a monster.
His scream, though, was
That
really
was-
entertaining.
Yeah, that was something for sure.
It was really entertaining, and what I got the biggest kick out of, and what was made into a meme in 5 seconds after the episode
Yes.
aired, was Braun's
Yes.
fucking face as
Bree.
he moved
Bree.
around the map
Bree.
in his wheelchair, just staring at people.
Bree, for the
God.
last time. So she had this conversation with us over on Dark Star. I had no idea what the fuck she was talking about. It's Bran.
Bran.
Literally Bran. She keeps saying Braun, and I'm thinking like actual Braun, and I'm like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
Braun doesn't have a wheelchair. What are you talking about? She was literally like, Braun just staring at
Bran.
people, and then she's like, remember that one funny Braun moment? I'm like, I don't know when. Besides him talking to Tyrion, but that was the episode before. Like, what are you talking about? I had no idea what she was talking about for like the first
But
like,
anyways,
10 minutes. But yes, Bran.
The
Absolutely.
meme said, if only your lover would look at you the way Braun looks at you.
It says, find you a man that
Looks
can
at
look
you.
at you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Find you a man that can look at you the way Bran looks at everybody.
God, he's so creepy. That was one of my complaints. Is this episode was full of so much of Bran being just disturbing.
That's the issue, Kelsey, is that we need more of that. If I was
How
the
do we need
director,
more of that?
If I was the director on this show, that would be my sole purpose, is to put Bran in as many situations as I possibly can. I would love to see like Jon and Daenerys having a conversation like the mess hall or something, and they just look up in the rafters and Bran's just up there. He doesn't even have his wheelchair. He's just like hanging from the rafters, just staring at him. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, waiting for a friend. Like, that would be great. I just want to put him in all different kinds of... He's like up in a tree. It's like, how'd you even get up there? I'm waiting for a friend. Like, oh my god. It'd be so great. So great. I was happy
So
with
weird.
it. I was like, yes, dude. Yes, we need more of this. This is what I came here for.
You know that, like, I think they were maybe trying to be a little serious and, like, that's his judgment face. Like, that's him going, I know what you did. Fuck you type face. Like, that's the face he was giving, but it just turned off as hilarious. Like I would be so creeped out if he was just sitting there. And how the hell is he just sitting there and able to move around places in a wheelchair back in whatever time where they probably didn't even have ramps?
Brie, he's like Professor X.
And he's in the dirt. He's in the fucking dirt.
He just does it with his mind. He's like Professor X, the new Xavier. He just fucking moves around with his mind.
Technically, it would be the old Xavier because he would be before Professor Xavier.
Look, let's not jump into timelines here, okay? Mainly because I don't know when the
It's
X-Men
good to be
take place,
correct, Chris,
but-
because our first review show was not very correct according to Kelsey.
Yeah. So, guys, I made a joke and I was really happy. We had a rule when we were watching this that we were not allowed to talk, but a couple people said a couple words, and so I was able to get away with it. In the scene where Jon and Daenerys are starting to kind of do their thing in front of the dragons, and Drogon is just like giving Jon that icy stare, and Jon's like, "Oh God, no, I don't want to do this." I whispered to my husband, I was like, "My safe word is Dracarys," and unfortunately, everybody heard me, but it was very funny. I think I'm funny.
Good Lord. So, did you watch the after episode, like little fucking teaser they did where they talked about like with the director, like his thoughts on a certain? I think that is the most okay. That has to be the most miscommunicated scene, because the way you just said that is the exact same way I felt it was delivered, and the exact same way I feel like most of the people, including Bree, the people on Dark Star, also felt away. The director
Right,
said
like they
that
were
that
judging
was,
them.
The director said that was Drogon showing Jon that he's got more of a sign of respect for him now. I was like, I did not get that
What?
at all. That wasn't even fucking close.
Like, if Drogon had nodded at him and, like, turned his back, then I'd be like, all right, respect. But the whole, like...
Yeah, it was more like, what are you doing?
This is not respect. This is you touch me, I kill you.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's what I'm saying. I was like, that has to be the most miscommunicated scene in, like, TV history. There is no fucking way that came across like that to anybody. I would have loved to have been in the fucking living room with someone that's like, yeah, that's Drogon showing Jon respect. I'm like,
I mean, there's all awkward... There was all awkward laughs with our friends and everything when that was happening, because it was like, haha, they're like watching them as they make out. It's like kids and parents almost.
It was nuts.
I did have the thought that it was kind of rude to do that in front of the dragons, given that they're all male dragons and there are no female dragons left, and they never get to do that. I was like, wow, rude. Just rub it in their faces, why don't you?
See, this is that issue where you watch too much of this, like, How to Train Your Dragon Disney bullshit, where, like, you know, the dragons actually, like, love each other and, like, fucking make out and, you know, do stuff like that. I would get pretty bored if we were literally watching dragons, like, make out on fucking Game of Thrones. I'd be like, what is this shit? Like, this I don't need. This physically I don't need. And it's not even a bias thing. Did you guys hear... If the direwolves just start, like, fucking making out with each other, like, Jesus Christ, I would be like, no.
Kelsey, do dragons normally kiss each other?
Is that what we're expecting? Well, yes, because as we know, what they showed on screen where Jon and Daenerys kissed and then stopped, that is all that adults do, because they're not in the bonds of marriage. No, I don't think they stopped at kissing, and I'm pretty sure dragons wouldn't either.
That would be an even more...
We all know that they definitely had sex. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Okay, so Jon didn't, like, seriously react to being told that he basically was fucking his aunt.
I mean, a lot just got thrown at him. A lot just got thrown at him.
Yeah.
That he may have had bigger issues in the forefront of his face, but I feel like if fucking your aunt would have been the first thing that comes to your mind, like, oh my god, I just fucked my aunt. But that's just me.
Let's see. Let's put myself in Jon's
Do we think their relationship is going to continue, though? That's the real question. Like, do you
think so? I literally don't think so. I personally don't think Daenerys or Jon would be okay with that. Either one of them. I literally don't think either one of them. And not to mention, not only that, but there's definitely going to be some tension with the fact that he is now the rightful heir solely due to the fact because he's the son. There's going to be some tension with that.
Right. Well. That's the second question in my head. Is that going to turn them against each other? Because Jon's going to say, I have the right to turn them against each other.
Because at this point, like, Jon has been very open about the fact that he's, like, you know, worth his grain of salt with anything he says, and he's already bent the knee. So I don't really think that that's going to be too much of an issue, but I still don't think Daenerys is going to be happy with it.
He also was not aware of
It doesn't matter. He literally had the entire North pledge allegiance to him. The entire North. He had an army. He could have done whatever the fuck he wanted to do, and he still chose to bend the knee in order to save everybody from the White Walkers. It's not going to change. He could have done the same thing regardless of his bloodline with the options that were given to him. He had so many options to succeed and do what he wanted, and he still chose to bend the knee. I don't think that would have changed anything. Sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off.
I'm just thinking if Daenerys truly feels that it's the succession line, then maybe she will say, Jon, you are the rightful heir. You get my army, basically. Like, I wonder if that's even going to happen, because I feel like that's so unlikely, but she's like definitely been pushing that. I have a rightful throne because I am the next in line, but what if Jon's the next in line?
I feel like if she was to do that, everything she's done this entire show has been for nothing.
People would be very mad if she did that. I would be very mad. I don't want her to do that.
That's like your classic, like, the guy wins because he's a guy. Like,
oh, people would be upset.
I could say as a true Jon Snow fan, that is not the way I want him to win a throne if he wins it. I do not want that to happen at all. I would rather see him and Daenerys actually go at each other's throats and try to kill each other. And one of them win and take the throne versus her just going, you know what? You're the son. You got a dick and balls. You got the throne. My dragons, my Unsullied, who don't have dick and balls, and everything that comes along with them. Like, I would not be happy with that outcome at all. Not even close.
Honestly, and I'm wondering at this point with Daenerys, she's kind of with the Seven Kingdoms, she's been clear, like, she's the child, it's her throne from her perspective. I know we had this conversation, Brie, but with everything that was in the East, she took that because she wanted it. And because she went, no, I can do better than your leaders, and I'm capable of doing this, so I'm going to. So at this
That's
point, I think
true.
she's played the I'm the rightful ruler as well as the I'm the best ruler, and she's worn both hats. So I can see her going, I see that how you may have a better claim if what you're telling me is true, but you have bent the knee, and I'm the better ruler, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go more like that, honestly. It was more of a
But
thought,
I
but
think it
yeah.
is going to cause tension. I think it's going to cause tension between them. I think she's going to hit on him and he's going to be like, and then he's going to have to explain.
It's just gonna be rough because I mean, out of all the places for them to be right now, like that logic for Daenerys just is not gonna work out the way that she would probably want it to. Her saying like you've already bent the knee, which is already right, but her saying like I'm the better ruler, that's just not gonna happen. Like with Sansa in his
Oh,
ear,
yeah, not in the
Arya in his
north.
ear, Sam
Mm-mm.
in his ear, like
She wouldn't. I don't think she would say that. I think she realizes that the North
she's
is
been pretty
different.
vocal about it. She's been pretty vocal.
I
To be
she's
fair,
been
she's
vocal,
been
but I
vocal
think she
against like slavers and shit. Yes, it's not like John's like ruling the fucking north with like a whip, you know.
right. I think she respects. I mean, she obviously respects John, so I
Yeah.
feel like she wouldn't be. Obviously the better ruler than him. I think she thinks that she deserves to rule, but I think she realizes that he's a good person.
I don't know. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be interesting for sure. I am excited to see the different processes and the breakdown of the information that Sam gave to him happen in the certain orders that they need to happen. Because it wasn't like Sam just like, bam, you're a Targaryen. It was she murdered my family. She's ruthless. You gave up your shit for the people. She totally would not do that. You're a fucking Targaryen. You're fucking your aunt, which he didn't say that, but you know, whatever. Your dad that you love to death has been lying to you this entire time.
He
Uh,
doesn't know they're sleeping together. He doesn't
like,
know that.
I said he didn't say that. I was just joking about that part.
I
I know
know,
he
but I
didn't.
don't think he would have any clue
Yeah,
about that.
probably not. So I feel like it's going to be a weird breakdown, and it's going to be interesting to see where at John decides like what part of this is more important and what part of this needs to be acted on first type deal. That's what I'm going to be kind
Mm-hmm.
of excited to see. But before I move away from that spot, that's the kind of shit that's heartbreaking to me. My man Sam, I felt so fucking bad for him. Oh my god, I love Sam so much. Ah, he's my second favorite character. And I was like, Sam, no. Like you just I mean, it was just great acting. There's just no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It was phenomenal fucking acting. Like you could see him come to grips with the news about his dad, and it's because you knew the relationship. So you kind of got it. But the moment she said, your brother's dead too, and for him to just break down the way he did, but still keep composure with like, your grace, thank you, da 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 da, and then walk away, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck, dude. It's hurting the heart. It's hurting the heart. That's my boy. I love
Yeah.
Sam is the one character I don't want to die. Like I want to say I see him in a blue shirt, but I physically can't say that because I don't. I don't want Sam to die. Like Sam is my dude. Every time he's in trouble, I'm like, John, please, where are you at? You need to come save Sam right now. John and Ghost, right now, where are you at? Like that one scene where they were gonna like fucking kick the shit out of him and the wildling chick he's in love with and the baby, and then like they were moving in about to get him, and all of a sudden Ghost comes walking around the corner and starts growling. I was like, yes, yes. I was like, Ghost needs to be with Sam like 24/7 as his personal guard dog. I do not want Sam to die. Oh man, those are the only three Game of Thrones pops that I have. Is John, Ghost, and Sam. Those are the only three Game of Thrones pops I have. That's my boys. I love it so much. I saw some pictures. It was whenever I was making the thumbnail for not this episode, but the pre-discussion episode. I miss John's old hairstyle. I don't know what it is. I don't like his new hairstyle. I miss like the old, like the wavy hair coming down the sides and everything with the short length. I don't know why. I really liked his whole like night. It was his Knights of the Watch outfit too. I really liked that outfit on him. Like he looked really fucking cool with the all blacked out and everything. Like that was like I don't know. It was really cool. I missed that look. And then he's come back. That was like the John that I grew to love. I was like, that's my dude. Like he was like, I'm fucking Knights of the Watch. Da 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 da. I'm gonna do shit the way that I want to do it. It was great. I missed that. He needs to come back.
Also, one thing that I noted while we were watching is I think that Cersei decided, and I can't remember his name. Cersei decided to sleep with that guy. What's his name?
It's Erlong.
You're on?
Euron. Euron. Yeah, Euron. Euron.
You're on?
Yeah, Euron.
She
Euron
decided to
Greyjoy.
sleep with him as an excuse as to why she's pregnant.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. Well, we don't
She
know that's
can't
why she did
claim
it. That's what
she.
we think she did. I guess we
So
should
she
say
needs
that.
someone to claim the baby, and he wants to put a baby inside her.
I mean, at
So
this point, like, everybody knows she's been fucking Jamie. I don't think that's a secret to anybody. Like, you don't have to have
I mean,
you
people
don't
that
have
are
to
in the
have
royal
Bran's porno
group.
vision to know that those two are fucking. All right, you don't need it. You don't need it. Like, everybody knows.
Do you think he's gonna say anything about Jamie to anyone, or if is he just gonna awkwardly judge Jamie and make Jamie just look at him?
I mean, he said
I
he's been
hope
waiting
the
for an old
latter.
friend. Dude, imagine how funny that would be, just like seeing Jamie walk around, and it's like one of those like scary suspenseful movies where it's like Bran's just following behind him. It's like Dana, Dana, like Bran is just following
Like a
behind him,
shark?
like that. But like, there's never gonna be like an ending to it where Bran just like grabs him or anything like that. It's like everywhere Jamie is, Bran's just in the background, just staring at him, and he goes to walk, and like the wheelchair starts moving a little bit, and like he just follows him around. It's so great. Bran has so much potential to be my next favorite character. But it's not gonna happen because they're not gonna do that with him. Oh my god. They're gonna fuck it up.
It just dawned on me. I know it's not possible, but wouldn't it be cool if the friend that he's waiting for is Hodor? Like, wouldn't it be fun if Hodor came back? I'm sure it won't happen, but wouldn't that be fun?
It would be fun.
Didn't he
thought-
die?
Yeah, Hodor.
Yeah,
died.
no,
died.
we're all
But-
pretty convinced he died because he was holding the door,
Yeah.
but
We
we
don't
don't
know for
actually
sure.
know. Like, we never saw him get ripped to shreds. We never saw any of that.
But I feel like
It would be fun,
I mean, this
but
is
we
just
know
my-
it's Jamie.
Yeah, well, this is just my opinion, but I thought that the old friend was Jamie. I thought that's who he was talking about.
It probably is, but
You're
I
It
so
was a
hoping
open.
it was Jamie.
sarcastic
Cooler
old
than that.
friend statement. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for an old friend. It was Jamie.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, is
the
the
one who
last
tried to
time?
the
kill
guy who
me.
threw him out a window.
Yeah, that's the last time we saw him, right? Was when he pushed
Yeah,
him
I
out of a
think
window?
so.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting.
They tried to have him murder in his bed, right?
You know, no. I don't,
Yeah,
yeah,
right,
they
they
did. Yeah, they did because
yeah.
They
the,
did.
the dire wolf is what saved him. Yeah.
Yep. But that wasn't
Uh,
Jamie. Like, Jamie didn't go in and
Summer.
do that himself. He sent someone else.
Yeah, Summer. That's his.
Still technically Jamie, but yes, I see what you're saying. That's why he's probably very upset. It's like, you not only tried to kill me
Oh.
once, try to kill me twice, motherfucker.
Oh my god. Bran has so much more potential right now to be one of my favorite characters. If he decides to smack talk Jamie the way Ned did, whenever Ned was like, "Oh, gold armor, huh? Not a scratch on it. You seem to choose your enemies very wisely, or at least where to stab them." And I was like, "Oh shit!" If fucking Bran like just looks at Jamie, and Jamie looks at Bran, and Bran goes, "So, still fucking your sister?" He's gonna be so far up there for me. That's gonna be fucking fantastic. Oh my god, that would be so great.
It doesn't seem like a brand thing.
It doesn't
to do,
seem
though.
like a Bran thing to do, but I'm hoping he channels his inner Eddard Stark and just fucking hits him with the.
You actually think Eddard would look at him and be like, "Still fucking your sister"? Like,
I
do you
think
actually
so.
think that would happen?
Eddard was a beast. Dude was awesome. I fucking miss Ned so much. Oh my god.
And
So
Jamie
much.
come back from it though. Like, do you think if Bran tells anyone, they'll kill him? Or do you think because he's bringing
If
this
he tells
knowledge and
anybody
he's
what?
showing that if Bran tells anybody that he's the guy who tried to kill him twice,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Arya for sure would kill him.
Well, so that's no, never mind. I was about to go on a thing, but so the argument we had at the party was, can Bran see the future? And I said I'm pretty sure he can't. He can only see the
Past.
past. And I was just about to bring that up, but Chris, that's the fucking. I was gonna say.
But he knew Jamie was coming.
No.
Oh, but he was seeing present.
He was seeing the past conversations that Jamie was having. There's no way that whole conversation went down where they met with Daenerys and Cersei and everybody, and Bran wasn't looking in on that. There's no way that didn't happen. There's no way Bran didn't check to see what Jamie and fucking Cersei were talking about whenever they were in the Red Keep. So yeah, he
How
knew
would he
Jamie
know
was
where
coming.
Jamie was heading?
Because Jamie
Jamie
specifically
probably
said,
Jamie didn't say it out loud.
he said, "I
he
gave
did.
my word. I pledged an oath to be there. I'm going to be there." That's exactly what he said.
Yep.
So this was a really good question that was asked to me, and I want to see your guys' your answers on this. Do you think that Bronn is going to do it?
I hope not. I'm gonna go with I hope not.
What does that mean? To
Bronn was
do it.
given like a cartload of gold and a crossbow to kill Jaime and Tyrion.
Oh,
With the
guess who?
crossbow
Guess
that
guess who
Tyrion
I
killed
was
the
thinking
father
was
with.
Braun. Guess
Oh,
who I was
God
thinking?
damn it.
Jesus Christ. See what I'm talking about, Kelsey? Do you see what I'm talking about? I'm glad it happened on camera so you could understand my pain. Every time we talk about this.
And I almost told you, because I was looking at Bree's face, and I'm like, oh, you need to clarify which Braun you mean. You mean the actual one, not Bran.
Yeah, the one that actually, is pronounced Braun and, not Bran. Good Lord. Anyways.
I love it.
So to kill Jaime and Tyrion with the same crossbow that Tyrion killed Tywin with. It's interesting. So one of the people I was talking to, Anthony from Darkstar, you guys know him as Tony, said something very interesting. And he said he thinks that he's going to do it. And the reason why is because it seems like a George R.R. Martin character. Bronn does. He's such a likable guy, and people love him as a character. But his entire statements throughout the entire show have always been, I'm out for myself. If they offer me enough money, I'd do it. Da-da-da. Like whenever he was supposed to fight for Tyrion against the Mountain, he's like, I could probably take the Mountain, but there's not enough in it for me. What's in it for me? I save your ass for what? And I possibly lose my own for what? He's always been, I'm about it. Now he's getting a goddamn cartload of gold. And he did officially grab the crossbow. I could see Tony's points. Tony has some good points. This could be he goes and kills them, and everybody's like, why would you make him do that? And George R.R. Martin's like, that's your fucking fault for falling in love with him and trusting him. He's like, I gave you hints this entire time, motherfuckers. He's constantly been like, there's not enough gold in it for me, or I'm always looking out for me. They had that whole conversation because we watched the last episode before this one. Had that whole conversation the entire walk. He was all like, oh, yeah, but you're fucking for so-and-so and so-and-so. And he's all like, yeah, well, I got a castle out of it. I got this out of that. I got gold out of this. I'm very happy where I'm at. Da-da-da-da-da. It's always me, 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 me. And now we're seeing him getting
I mean, if that's how he does his characters, I guess I would agree with you.
I would hate to see it happen because they're all three such good friends. Like, at first it was Tyrion and fucking Bronn, and now it's like Jaime and Bronn have been together even through the Battle of the Dragons and came out on the other side.
They are expendable characters. They're not fighting for the throne necessarily, so it's not like Ben.
It would be really weird to see like Jaime and Tyrion both dead. Like, I don't know. It
would be poetic justice. It would be ironic for him to die by the crossbow he killed his father with.
Right. I don't know how I would feel knowing that Cersei is the last Lannister. Like, I'm not a big fan of the Lannisters, but that would pretty much be like, I'm just 100% done with the Lannister house at this point. Like, if she was the last. Actually, that leads me to another theory.
Well, hang on. Can I actually speak
to
the...
Yes.
So what I'm really hoping is that, because Bronn had time with both Tyrion and Jaime to figure out that they didn't suck. Like, that they were good guys. Like, he got to know them personally. He spent so much time drinking with Tyrion. He spent so much time, like, having these kind of moral conversations with Jaime. What I'm really hoping is this is the moment that Bronn realizes, okay, like what I'm hoping is he gets to the north with the intent to kill them, sees the battle, realizes, oh, no, I'm actually going to fight for something other than myself for 5 minutes. And I'm really hoping that basically what we learn is that Cersei doesn't understand the bond of people that have like fought together, and like she doesn't get that, and that's where this is going. I've got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see happen for sure. My only issue with that one is like I'm pretty sure him and Tyrion were pretty good friends whenever it came to the battle with the Mountain. At that point, and he even told Tyrion was like, "What's in it for me?" Like, obviously you're going to lose if you fight him. That's 100% going to happen. So.
But if he also is a person that looks out for himself, he might not want to die because of all the walkers.
Yeah, he might not even go at all. He might just fucking steal the gold and just fucking, that was the last we see of Bronn. Just out. I guess that's another way.
I mean, maybe get on a boat and go. Why not? Yeah. All of my favorite people are in the same place.
Man, wow. You must really hope nothing happens at King's Landing then.
I've got so many fingers crossed, like walking in wanting a super bloody episode and then having all of my favorite people in the same place. I'm like, And I no longer want a bloody episode. I take back my request. I don't mean it. Don't give it to me.
I like how it's either one, you didn't get what I said, or two, you just went like right over it. I was like, man, you must really not want anything to happen to King's Landing then.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. No.
I thought it was weird. It's like King's Landing.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah,
where
no.
Cersei's at.
I don't give two shits about Cersei. Or her
I
creepy ass
wanna
maester
see
or
the
the mountain.
Fucking
Oh.
mountain take his helmet off. That's what I want. I want to see that so
He did.
bad. When?
He did. He did in the
But did we
episode.
see his
He
face,
did.
though?
We saw a little bit of his face. He was walking through the darkness. It was when she took the the female sparrow that was her torturer that kept saying things to her like confess and stuff like that. When right in the episode right after Tomlin kills himself, she has her wrapped up and she goes, "So this is the mountain and he is now your god." And he took off his helmet and started walking forward and you could tell that his face was all screwed up, and then she closes the door and you hear the woman screaming.
I just want to see like a full-on reveal, like one of those like the camera starts at the bottom of his helmet and then as he's taking it off, it just like slowly moves up with it. That's what I want to see. I want to see like a full-on BAM! This is how fucked up he looks now.
Yes, because most people
You want Zombie Man.
that.
Although I will say this, I hate the Hound and what he said to the fucking mountain in the last episode last season, because once again we watched that already, where he fucking did the whole like you're still an ugly motherfucker or something like that, or you're uglier than I am or some shit. I was like, that was pretty funny. Given that the mountain's not gonna talk shit back, but I was like, that's pretty funny.
I love the Hound. I know I shouldn't, but I honestly do like him. Like he's done such a he's been a crazy angry guy. He's been a protector of the innocent. He spent more time as a protector of the innocent than just about anything else. Then he spent a bunch of time trying to like redeem himself if possible, while being very honest about the fact that there probably is no redemption for him and all the crap that he's done. And then realizing, you know what? Screw it. If I can't do anything else, I can at least fight for the living. Like he's not a bad guy. He really isn't. And I like the Hound.
I don't know. So since
like
you said
him.
that, last two quick things, and I want to hear Kelsey's opinion on this. All right, so first one. What did you think? Well, because Arya is her favorite character, and she just got through talking about the Hound. What did you think about their interaction?
I was really hoping for smiles and hugs, but I don't think that's appropriate with their relationship. I was cool with it. I was cool with how it ended because I don't think the Hound's holding any grudges.
Now, the reason why I want to hear your opinion on this one is because your fucking dude showed up, your fucking winner chicken dinner of the throne. What did you think about their little spat?
I loved that. It was fun and enjoyable.
Yeah?
It was great. I loved it.
Who did she want again?
It's Gendry.
Gendry.
And Arya
the
came.
blacksmith.
Yeah, Arya came to Gendry to get him to make that weapon. They had like a little flirting thing going back and forth.
Okay.
Kind of like a little spark of a romance, if you will. Kind of looked like there's at least some flirting banter from both sides. I'll say that. I don't know if it's anything more than that, but it is definitely some flirting banter from both sides. So a lot of people are actually trying to theorize what that weapon was because you didn't really get a good look at it. A lot of people think it's a spear that she can break in two because of her size, her overall size. It just wouldn't work for her. The same reason why she doesn't have like a full-on sword. She has needle because of her size. That would be pretty fucking cool. Like made with dragon glass. That'd be pretty fucking cool.
It definitely came apart, and like one of the things I'm wondering is if she intends to like from a distance do some damage or something. I'm curious what that weapon is.
Right. Well, we're out of time, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here. But once again, this is our recap on episode 1. Tune in every freaking Wednesday to get your recap for each episode. The episode comes out on Sunday. We will give you a recap on Wednesday to give you a couple days to watch it before you come here, see what we thought about the episode. But if you enjoyed the content, make sure you like and subscribe. Also turn on those notifications so that way you get notified when we release episode 2 recap. Also, hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. Let us know what you were most excited to see, your favorite scene. Let us know who you think is going to be on the throne at the end. All this stuff
Daenerys.
we want to know and we want to argue with you on because that's what we're here for.
No,
that's why the show
no
is
argument. Here. It's Daenerys. Don't worry, guys. I got your backs.
Good Lord. Anyways, on top of all that, If you want to, you can hit us on the direct forms of communication, which are the Twitter links below, or you can come hang out while we stream and play video games and chill with us, which are on the Twitch links as well. But at the end of all this, hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.